Hello! So a little while back I did a video called Beautiful Books versus Beautiful Stories. I think that was the title. Not even remembering the title of my own video. But anyway, in that video I showed you guys books that I own that have just the most gorgeous covers. I have always had a very deep appreciation for book covers. It's just something that has always been a part of my love for books, in the same way that I love the smell of a book's pages, the feeling of holding a physical book in your hands. I have always loved looking at a book's cover. It's funny because when I was younger, I actually used to tell my parents that when I was older, I wanted to write my own book and illustrate my own book covers because I just loved book covers so much. But I have this funny thing where when I see an ugly book cover, even though it is painful to look at, I sort of have this different sort of appreciation for it because I find ugly book covers to be just endlessly amusing. There's a side of me that every now and then just wants to pick up some painfully cheesy book with some horrendously cheesy book cover. I don't know why, there's just something really satisfying about reading those sorts of books sometimes. Today we're going to be judging ugly books by their covers. I'm going to be telling you whether the awful quality of these book covers match the quality of their stories. I have a lot of ugly books, so I'm just gonna go set them down. Oh, okay. I have to start off with the books that pretty much inspired this video for me because these are probably the most embarrassing books that I own. As much as I love this author with all of my heart, reading her books in public, it's a big sacrifice. It's no surprise, it's Jennifer L. Armentrout. Have to start off with JLA for this because her book covers are notorious for this. Is this the fourth book? It's Damon Black walking very intensely down a path with a jacket but no shirt. I'm glad that he remembered to put on his jacket. I remember when I bought this book, I hadn't seen the cover yet. It got to my house and I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to read this at school. If you're interested, the Lux series is a great paranormal series about aliens. There is a male character named Damon Black. That's Damon right there. He's on every single cover. But the quality of the stories, oh my gosh, they're so good you won't be able to put them down. Amazing book, really embarrassing book cover. And then I just wanted to show you one more JLA book because this one cracks me up. It's White Hot Kiss. I actually brought this book with me to classes and I would read it on campus right outside of my classroom as I was waiting for class to start. Like, no shame. Because people definitely thought I was reading something very different from what this book is actually about. It is about demon and gargoyles. It's another really great paranormal. I actually feel like these books are some of JLA's most underrated books. I don't hear people talk about them that often. It might be because people look at this cover and are like, no. But instead you should be saying yes, do not judge it by its cover. Next we have Relentless by Karen Lynch. This cover looks like it would be a really bad CW show. It's about this girl who, after her father dies, is on a mission to go and find out what happened to him, and she ends up hunting down this sadistic vampire, but then this vampire ends up becoming obsessed with her and he starts hunting her down. But it was so bad. It was just bad. I could only get like 50 pages in before I wanted to claw my eyes out. Next we have Masquerade by Melissa de Cruz. It looks like someone just cut out pieces of paper of a really bad picture of eyes and like glued it on. It's just this weird white mask staring at you. It's about this girl who wants to discover what is happening to all these young vampires that are being killed, so she travels to Italy to find her grandfather because he is the one person that can help her. I hated this book. Yeah, the cover definitely matches the inside. Next we have Poison Princess by Cresley Cole, and this one kind of has a similar situation to JLA's books where painfully cheesy covers, painful, with these weird dark haired male models in tight t-shirts. All these male models on the covers are all like looking piercingly at the reader with their smoldering gaze. Buy me, read me, and it works. Look how popular these books are. So for those of you who are familiar with tarot cards, basically all of the characters that you see on tarot cards exist exist as people in these books, and they come together in this battle for power. I think that the quality of the story can be sort of dumb at parts and cheesy, so in that sense it does suit its cover, but for the most part they're really entertaining. I thought they were put together really well, and I really enjoyed these books, so I would recommend checking it out. Next we have Vanish by Sophie Jordan, and all I have to say about this is, like, it is just a face. It just has nothing at all to do with the story. It's just a face of a random girl. They could have done so much. These are really cool books about dragons, these people that like turn into dragons and they're kind of hidden from the rest of society. It's a really cool premise. For me, if there's a person on the cover, I like it to be like maybe a partly hidden profile or something like that, or like a silhouette. You can show the face too, but this is just a face. She has a nice face, but if that's what they were going for, then okay. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just such a huge face. Next we have The Host by Stephanie Meyer, and this cover irritates me so much. I wanted the other cover, which is not amazing, but it's much better than this one. This is not the original cover. This is, I think, from the film adaptation. I just don't like it when books covers are like the movie covers. Why do you have to start mixing the movie with the book all of a sudden, huh? These people just look dumb on this cover. They're just standing there and it's just these random actors. Like, why? So to be honest, I haven't actually finished this book yet. I started it and I'm planning on finishing it soon, but it's very, very big. It is about these entities that take over the minds of human hosts, and it sort of like plays with the idea of aliens. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out the plot as I go along, but it's very different from Twilight, that's for sure. The cover though, no. Next we have Easy by Tamara Weber. This is a fantastic book, very emotional, very well done. It is a contemporary book about a girl who goes off to college with her boyfriend. They end up breaking up. This isn't a spoiler because it does say this on the description of the book, but she deals with an assault. It's a very emotional story, very intense. The cover, however, is just very cheesy. But this is funny because I have another book here in this pile that to me just reminds me a lot of this one, and it is Nevermore by Kelly Cray. Not sure how to say that, but these two covers I think are very similar. I feel like the guys on these covers look exactly the same. They have the dark hair swept over their face. It's giving me some serious 2007 middle school vibes here. They're both like sort of caressing close to a girl with dirty blonde hair. Oh, and there's also a purple font on both of them, and I used to always get these two books mixed up. But anyway, this book is very different from Easy. This is a paranormal book. It is about this very unlikely pair of characters, a girl who's very popular at school, she's a cheerleader, and then this boy who is sort of goth and he's very mysterious and quiet, and they end up studying Edgar Allan Poe together. But what is super awesome about this book, I really liked it because I love Edgar Allan Poe, is that Edgar Allan Poe ends up kind of coming into their actual life, and then they are sort of stuck between these two worlds that are crossing, and it is so good. I read this a while ago, but I was unable to put it down. This is a very, very cheesy cover, although I sort of like it, but if you look at it in the right way, there's this shiny hidden font that goes all across the cover that is supposed to look like writing, like the writing, cursive writing of a book basically. So I think that they're actually, the words are from Edgar Allan Poe, and it looks really cool. So that part is cool. I don't know why I dislike this one so much, but it is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins, and this cover I just think is horrendous. What is the guy doing with his hand? He's like, what he's doing, but he's like doing a weird thing with his hand. Like what are you doing with your hand? And the girl, she's like crossing one arm and like bending her back. It looks really uncomfortable. He's just like creeping in the back with his hand. This is the kind of book that maybe 12-year-old Sophie would have liked, but not this Sophie. No. I could not get past 10 pages of this book. No. Oh, I did not like it. This is one of my least favorite books that I've read. Next we have Sanctum by Sarah Fine, and this is my current read, and it is very good. Very, very good book. I can't wait to do a review for you guys on this. I think you'll really, really like it. It's about this girl who, after her best friend dies, she travels through hell to go and find her best friend. I feel like this might be a cover that some people could like because it's sort of cool. I have mixed feelings. Part of me thinks it's cool because I kind of like the image of what they have going on down here with all the buildings. I think it could have been better without a person on it. And then I also feel like the blue font was unnecessary, like it just doesn't match. This might be a personal preference thing. Let me know if you like or dislike this cover because I wasn't sure if this was just me. Next we have Shadowland by Alison Noel. It's just very boring. Not much to say about this one, just that I think it's blah. It's about this girl who, after she is in an accident, she suddenly has this ability to see people's auras, and if she touches them, she can know their entire life story, know all this information about them. I read them so long ago. These books, I feel like they've been around forever. It's not something that I would read now. Maybe other people would like it now. I don't know, but no, not for me. So next I just had to include the Nightshade series by Andrea Kramer because these covers just crack me up. The first one, Nightshade, we have a girl here with a dog coming out of her face. It's supposed to be a wolf, but honestly, it just looks like a dog is coming out of her face. And I understand what they're trying to do here. They are shapeshifters. It's all about people that change into wolves and whatnot. So I understand what it symbolizes. And basically every single cover is just her with some dramatic pose. And this one's pretty hilarious with her furry coat looking very stylish. To top it off, each one has the worst quotes. The first one is, "She can control her pack, but not her heart." Ooh. Then, "She must follow her instincts to find her heart." Wow. "Is true love worth the ultimate sacrifice?" Very original. These books are really, really good. They're very sort of cheesy, guilty pleasure, supernatural, paranormal, exciting books. So I think that the cheesiness of the covers does it's suitable for the books because they are what you expect them to be. It's hilarious. Whoa. Oops. And those are all of the ugly book covers that I am going to be showing you guys today. I really enjoy doing these sorts of videos. The quality of the book cover definitely doesn't determine whether or not I buy the book. As you can tell, I have like 50 billion ugly book covers, and I also have the most beautiful creative book covers. So in terms of whether or not I purchase the book, it doesn't really affect my decision at all, but I am somebody that really appreciates a well done book cover. That is for sure. I also love making fun of ugly book covers though, so I would like for ugly book covers to continue being a thing so I can continue making fun of them with all their shirtless men and smoldering gazes and weird awkward poses. So I am gonna wrap things up. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope that all of you watching are having a fabulous day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!